Hello, welcome to Arsenal Match TV. My name is Tops and today I'm going to be previewing our Europa League game. Yes, Arsenal are in the Europa League. First time in I don't know how long. We're actually going to be playing Thursday night football. Can't wait for that. But now we're actually going to be against Cologne in our first home game, our first game of the brand new Europa League season. But before I get onto the game, I have to say, yeah, we go into this game on the back of a 3-0 win. Yes, Arsenal, they actually won a game. Hey! All jokes aside, it was a good, comfortable victory against Bournemouth. Only Bournemouth, I should say. And, it leads us into good stead and good, spirits going into this Europa League game. And with this Europa League game, I have to just ask for one thing. Please, Arsenal, please take the Europa League seriously, because it's a fantastic way to get back into the Champions League, and it's a European trophy, something that you cannot sniff about. When you take this competition seriously, you can get to the final and you can win it. The last couple of seasons Liverpool have got to the final and Manchester United have won it, so if them English teams can do it, so can we. But we have to take it seriously. I do not want to see a League Cup side playing in this kind of game, in this competition throughout the entirety of the competition that when we're in it. So please, Arsenal, take it seriously. And going off that, I would have to give you guys my team, and the team I'm going to go for is going to be mixed with a bit of youth and a bit of experienced players to start this game. And in goal, I'm going to start with Ospina. Now, Ospina, he's not played a game this season so far, so it'd be good for him to get some minutes, and I think he's good enough to be a Europa League keeper for us, and I think it'd be good for him to, as I said, get some minutes, because if Cech gets injured, we're going to have to throw Ospina in there with no actual game time this season, so it'll be good for him to, stretch his legs and get a bit of game time. So Ospina in goal for me. I'm going to go with a back four. I know Arsene Wenger's probably going to sit with a back three, but for me, I'm going to go with a back four, just because I think that's, what we're comfortable, and we've got the players to suit that. So, right back, I'm going to go with Hector Bellerin. I know he had a better game against Bournemouth, but he's our only right back at the club, so I'm pretty, short of numbers to who to put in there, and I'm definitely not going to put Debuchy in there. I don't want him to see him play another Arsenal game again, just based off his attitude towards the club. So, yeah, Bellerin's got to start at right back for me. Centre-back positions, I'm going to go with Rob Holding. As I said before, he's been unlucky, to be honest with you, because he's been put in games where he's been up against the fastest strikers in the league, Mane, Salah, Vardy, and obviously he's been ripped to shreds. No fault of his own, because he's not really got the protection and the real help that he needed to be playing in a back three, especially a player of his age as well. But I think playing in the back four with someone experienced next to him, and maybe not as quick a striker he's going to be coming up against, like a Vardy or whatever, I think he'll get back to having a good game. So for me, I'll start Rob Holding, and next to him, Per Mertesacker. He's actually our club captain. You couldn't really tell because he's not really played much this season. So, I would start Per Mertesacker in this game. It's a good experience to have alongside Rob Holding, like I said. And he's our club captain. He should be playing some form of games this season. Otherwise, he should have just retired this season. Do you know what I mean? But, for me, I'd start with Per Mertesacker and Rob Holding as centre-backs. Left back, I'd go with Kolasinac again. I thought he had an excellent game against Bournemouth, got an assist for Danny Welbeck. And I think, he's just going to improve. And the more games he plays with this team, so he gets used to playing with these certain types of players, I think he's going to be improving as much as he can. So, for me, Kolasinac, left back. In the midfield, this might shock a few people, but I'm going to go with Jack Wilshere. Yes, Jack Wilshere, the man that's on 80 or 90 grand a week. He's been injury prone for most of his Arsenal career, but he has got 1 year at the club. And for me, I'm thinking, we're paying him this amount of money. He's got to at least put some kind of good performances in, some kind of appearances in. Otherwise, we should have just released him and just saved the money for somebody else. So, Jack Wilshere, it'd be good to actually see him back in an Arsenal shirt. I think he is different to any of our rest of our midfielders, especially with Santi Cazorla out injured. So it'd be good to see Jack, and hopefully he can prove a few people wrong that he's actually good enough to play for Arsenal. And again, it's against decent opposition in Europa League. It's a decent level. So I think it'd be a good game for him to come back at the Emirates. So I'll go with Jack Wilshere in the midfield. And along with him, I'll probably go with Mohamed El Nene. I think, he's not really had a sniff since the Leicester game. So I think minutes for him would be good. And again, he provides that little calm influence and that good balance in the midfield. He's always looking for the ball in space and looking to pass on to someone who, can make the attack go better for the team. So yeah, Wilshere and Al Nene for me in the midfield. On the right wing, I'm gonna go with Reece Nelson. This guy is a baller. I'm telling you, he is very, very good for his age. 17 years old. He's been smashing it up in the, in the reserves on the 23. So he's got to play, man. He's got to. I want to see him what he can do for the first team in a competitive game. We've seen him in the Emirates Cup and he was great. So for me, this is the perfect game for him to put him in. Decent opposition, and for me, I'll put him on the right wing because he's more of an attacker rather than a right wing back. So yeah, right wing, Reece Nelson. Hopefully, he has a good game. I'm sure he will do. Looks like a very good talent. So for me, he'd play there. On the left wing, I'm going to go with Alexis Sanchez. Now, Alexis Sanchez, he's not actually played a full 90 minutes for us this season. Came on against Liverpool, got taken off, and then started the game against Liverpool, got taken off, and then came on against Bournemouth. So I think this would be a good game for him to get some minutes back. Maybe he's not quite fully fit, that's why he's not played the whole 90 minutes. But I think it'd be good for him to get a decent game under his belt. And as I said, he's stayed here till at least January now, so we might as well utilise him because he's a fantastic player, our best player at the club. So we might as well play him when we can. So yeah, and then in the number 10 role, I'm going to go with Alex Iwobi. I really think he deserves a role in the number 10 role this season in terms of minutes because he's not really played that much. I mean, he was probably our best player in terms of pre-season. I thought he was fantastic, but he's only had a cameo against Stoke, so nothing real major. And I think he could be very, very decent in this game if he's given the chance. And I think this is the perfect game to do that. So Alex Iwobi with me he would start the number 10 role. And up front, I'm going to go with Lacazette. I just love this guy, man. He's so clinical, and I think just like with Kolasinac, the more games he plays for us, the better he's going to be, gelling with the team, and the quicker he's going to be gelling with the team. And I think he's a striker that, again, he needs to play most of the games because he got that chance in him. One chance, one goal, and then you can win a game, in the blink of an eye. So for me, I'd start with Lacazette. And yeah, that would be my team. Very, very strong team. Got a couple of young players in there, mixed with a couple of experienced players as well. So I think that would be a team good enough to beat Cologne. Don't really know too much about them, other than Podolski used to play for them. But I think that would be a team good enough. I really do, and hopefully we can get the 3 points to start off the group well, and as I say, take the Europa League seriously. But yeah, that's been my little preview. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Comment in the section below and tell me what team you'd start with against Cologne in the Europa League. But yeah, that's been me. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Arsenal Match TV. My name's Tops. Come on, you Gunners.